Hi, my name is Raul. We're at Rag Customs, and you're watching Debo the Don TV.
Hello everyone, my name is Debo. Thank you for tuning in to Debo the Don TV. Debo the Don TV. Debo the Don TV.
So yeah, man, we out here in Opalaka with my brother Raul over at Rag Customs. So tell the people what you specialize in.
We pretty much specialize in doing work that nobody else can do. Over the last couple months, we've been getting a lot of lowriders. I've done lowriders for a long time, and everybody's coming back out now, so they're liking the way I do the setups. I do real clean setups, try to keep the original rug in the trunk. I make everything beefy, so even if you're doing a lay and play, you're getting hopper quality. And there's one of the cars we're working on.
Definitely. So this is a full resto shop?
Yeah, we do, I like to explain it as like we do everything except paint and interior.
Paint and interior.
I could build you a motor.
That man did all that, man. And you said how long did it take you to put this motor in?
2 days.
2 days.
I could do framework, hydraulics, airbags, pretty much you name it within that.
Definitely. So how long have you been in the business of doing lowrider related work?
Altogether, I would say about 15 years. My shop, I've been open now 2 years. Rag Customs has been open 2 years now, and it's going pretty good.
I mean, outside of Rag Customs, you know, we know you for having a Regal, you know, doing the astronomical numbers. Prior to that, you know, I actually knew you from the MySpace era / lay it low era. Yeah. I remember you were building a frame off. It was like a blue G body frame, all chrome undercarriage.
Yes, sir.
I think you was with Rolling Car Club or something at the time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, no, I wasn't with Rolling. At that time I was with No Affection.
No Affection, okay. Yeah, man. What happened with that project?
Life.
Okay.
I had kids. My kids were getting older. I couldn't put much time into it. I was made an offer I couldn't refuse, so I let it go.
You let it go, okay. Yeah, I was always curious because you disappeared, and then when you came back out, it's like you became the face of Miami, and you just made a name for yourself. Now, how'd you get into lowriding?
It's something that I always wanted to do. From music videos, little kid. I was born in New York, so in New York I used to see them here and there. I would see obviously movies. Anytime a movie had some type of lowrider in it, it really caught my attention. So after when I came to Miami, I ran into a couple of like the old school guys, Frank.
Are you ready, Frank? Yeah. Are you here to tear it up for Miami? All right. All right, who's here to tear it up for Miami?
From Hoppers.
Yeah.
And I stayed looking after them and see, you know, like where's the movement at.
Oh wow, see, I didn't even know you was from New York. I thought you was a homegrown 305 baby.
Nah, I just raised over here. I came over here when I was 9.
Oh, you was 9. Now, where in New York you from?
Bronx, New York.
Oh, you from the Bronx? Okay. Well, see, you know, that's a misconception. People don't think that there was a low rider element in New York City. And me, I'm originally from Miami, but I grew up in Brooklyn. But when I moved to New York in the early 90s, I would see dudes with like MPVs on Dayton's, and every now and then I might see somebody maybe with like a Virginia plate or a Texas plate, and they'll come through. They have a Cadillac on switches. And yeah, that's just funny that you mentioned that. Coming here to Miami, making that transition from New York, you said, you know, you saw cats like Frank and those dudes. Who were some of the people on the streets that you remember as a kid that just had that impact on you, that made you really want to low ride? Because there's a lot of street legends out here in Miami.
I say the two that I can remember the most would be Willie from Hoppers and Frank from Reds.
Frank from Reds, okay, yeah, shout out to Frank. You know, Frank was one of them dudes I seen right before I left and moved to New York. He had that canary yellow Cutlass, and he used to come through Coconut Grove with snow, and them dudes used to have these crazy high lockups. And this is like 1991, and I remember I said, man, one day I'm gonna build me a lowrider. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's dope, man. You've been in the game, you know. You've been not just a fan, but a builder. How'd you get into building? Did you come from a background of a lot of connections? Did you have some homies that knew how to paint and do fabrication work, or were you one of those guys that was just on the sideline like, yo, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this because I ain't really got the resources?
I came from a background of cars, family building cars, but it was nowhere near lowriders. I had a couple of family members that were into like the old school Puerto Rican Toyota Corolla racers. That, you know, like I've always been hands-on. As a kid, I used to, you know, take apart remote control cars just to see how they work, and, you know, build model cars. I got into the building bicycles as well. But basically, when I got into actually driving and getting into lowriders, I said I'm gonna put my chips away and try to build my first lowrider. When I started going around to different shops and, you know, trying to start piecing, you know, the puzzle together, pricing it out, I saw shit was super expensive. So I started looking at lowrider magazines and trying to figure out how they did it. I ended up putting my first lowrider together in the front of my mom's townhouse. I didn't weld at the time, so I would see the parts that I needed. I would cut them up, make it to how I needed, and I would walk like 2 blocks away to an older guy, that old Cuban guy. He used to weld in his house, so he would weld up the pieces for me. I'd come back to the car, bolt it up. I even took out the rear end of my car one time and I put it in a shopping cart, and I rolled the shopping cart to his house. I told him I need this welded there. So when finally I did all that, I started riding in the car. I ran into he's an old school too, Bolo, from Hialeah. He was also in No Affection. That's how I got into No Affection. He basically looked at the car. He's like, "Oh, who juiced your car or whatever?" And I started telling him. And he was like, "Oh, you did this wrong, you did that wrong." So he started pointing out all the spots that I missed, but I did it wrong, but the car was still working, and, you know, they had little hiccups here and there. But then from him, he started teaching me a lot. I linked up later on with some guy named Phil from Sick Cars. He's actually the owner of Champion 4x4 now. He taught me a lot. He taught me a lot when it came to perfecting your work, the welds, you know, like getting your welds to look cleaner, stronger. When I first started welding, it was ugly. I learned how to weld strong, and I said, all right, if it's strong and it's ugly, at least it's strong. That's what we needed. So he kind of helped me perfect the welds and make them look better. And then I ended up working for his shop. I never knew I was gonna make money off of this. I ended up working for his shop. What was it? I forgot the name of the shop now. I think it was Sick Cars. And there I started like moving along with it. Years later, I've known Willie for a while, but years later I linked up with Willie where we started hanging out. We became boys and stuff. and then we started helping each other out with the cars. You know, like Willie's kind of a one-man show, so I would go over there and help him out, you know, like just to have something to do.
Yeah.
And my frame on my car was actually built by Willie. So yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of the history.
Well, that's beautiful, man. Yeah, you know, I you know, on this platform, I always want to kind of let the viewer know that there's like a backstory to many of these guys who build these cars, and you know, there's a lot of great areas that have to kind of be perfected in order for these guys to become affluent in what it is that they do. So like you talked about, you know, your mom lived in an apartment complex, and here it is that you couldn't, you know, when you live in an apartment complex, you can't work on a car like that. You know, there's you know, residential codes.
Yeah.
And, you know, like you say, you're going over to the Cuban dude, and, you know, he'd go and fabricate and weld your stuff up for you, and you put it back. You know, we talk about where you graduated from up until now. So now here it is, you know, you went from a kid to a grown man now who's doing frame off, full wrap frame projects, and you helping bring people dreams into fruition. Just give us a little walk around and let us see some of these projects you got here.
Okay.
What you working on right now? Because it looked like a Cadillac.
Yeah, this is a Cadillac Fleetwood 93, I believe. This belongs to a guy, Andy, OG Andy. He originally came in for a 2-pump setup, 4 batteries, I believe. He got a little boosted up when he started seeing some of the other cars that come by the shop, you know, and I do a couple of hangouts. So he ended up going 3 pumps, 10 batteries, completely the opposite of what he was going.
Yeah.
So here we did a chrome rear end. The hydraulics is still not connected, so you can't see it too much, but we did chrome rear end, chrome full suspension in the front, extended A-arms, reinforced and molded, 10 batteries, 3 pumps. That's about it. We're also doing a sliding rack on this as soon as we're done with the hydraulics.
Okay.
So before he takes it, he'll have a complete open roof on it.
Yeah. Okay. So now we got this Chevy over here, man.
Yeah, we got this 65 Chevy Impala. From my understanding, it was a Cali built. A guy by the name of Junior.
Yeah.
Bought it down here in Miami. He actually from Miami. He lives up in Naples, I believe. It had a 2-pump. I guess a couple of people along the way messed around with it, so the wiring needed to be updated, batteries needed to be updated, the pumps as well. So we're going now, taking out the 2-pump, where it has a full wrap frame. We're just cleaning up a little loose ends, adding 8 new batteries, making it a 3-pump now,
Yeah.
and chaining down the car so we can do some 3 wheels.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Now, you know, you mentioned you work with Willie. You know, you mentioned that Willie's a one-man show. Now, you know, here you got some guests here.
Yeah.
Now, you know, gentlemen, introduce yourselves, man.
What's up, man? My name is Carlos.
All right, Carlos. Yeah, Carlos is the man that you see getting down right now in this trunk.
Yeah, working on the trunk right now.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. We got my man, the Dominican Poppy, right here.
What's up? PD Pablo, they call me, in the streets, the lowrider streets.
Yeah,
How's it going?
definitely. Yeah, man. Shout out to my brother right here. This another dude right here. We gonna tackle him on a future episode of Debo the Don TV. Now we got a young man back here who I seen putting in some work, man. Tell the people who you are, man.
My name is Eric.
All right, Eric, how old are you, bro?
I'm 16.
My man's 16 years old. He welding. He getting it in, man. All right, man. You guys take notes, man. Y'all gonna have to step y'all game up. So yeah, back to my brother Raul, man. So what's your vision for Rad Customs? What do you have planned for Rad Customs in the years to come?
I would like to make it something that's worldwide. To be honest, I don't care too much to have the biggest shop. I want to have a shop that can really a true one-stop shop. There's no such thing as a true one-stop shop. Everybody that says they have a one-stop shop, they branch off, they subcontract somebody else. And I'm trying to make a real deal one-stop shop, bumper to bumper, whatever you need on the car, it gets done in-house.
Definitely.
That's the team I'm trying to put together. Like you've seen, the boys I got now, really real good team players.
Yeah.
Some of them came in not knowing how to turn a screw. 16 years old, he's welding. Like he came in, he could barely get you a screwdriver. And he's doing really good now. So that's the team I'm trying to put together. I'm trying to also, like, we do a lot of charity events. We're trying to bring up the culture. The lowrider culture, keep it alive. Like it died down, and it's coming back up now. But there's still a lot of people that are blind and ignorant to the culture.
Definitely, man. Now that you mentioned the culture, what are some of the things that you want to see more prevalent in the lowrider community?
Less beef, more getting along. Beef doesn't mean not having competition. There's always going to be some competition there. Like if somebody else is building another mid-60s Impala, you're always going to try to push yourself to do it better than him. But it doesn't have to get to a point where, his car's garbage, your car's as ugly as your mother. Like it gets real. Right. That's when I say ignorant. It gets real ignorant. I'm not gonna say with everybody, but with a lot of people in the lowrider community. So I would like to see it. A lot of the people that are bringing back lowriders now, they're from the old school. So they're about my age. I'm 36 to I would say 50. We have our kids. Some of us have grandkids that are coming into this, whether it be a lowrider bike, a model car, even if it's just to hang out. They like riding in the car with hydraulics. So teach them the right way. How we're gonna teach them the right way? By us doing it right. Like we can sit here bicker back and forth on the hopping pit, but then once that finished, hey, nice hop, let's ride. Where we're gonna go to Denny's to eat, or let's go to a little taco shop that we know. That's what I would like to see, to be honest.
Man, that's beautiful, dog. Well, yeah, man, you have any closing statements that you want to anything you want to add before we close the interview?
We're here. We're in Miami, 305. We're doing the lowrider thing. We may be quiet, but there is a lot of cars coming out. I know there's about 4 shops down here that are doing it, and I know for a fact that all 4 shops are packed with lowriders. So Miami will be back on the map real soon.
Now, also, if anyone needs to get in contact with you, how can they reach you?
Right now, we have Instagram, Rag Customs Inc. on Instagram, and you can also call 786-359-3860. Either I pick up, or one of the guys you've just met will pick up.
That's what's up, man. Well, hey, salute to my brother Raul. We over here at Rag Customs and Opalaka. But until the next time, you're watching Debo the Don TV.